Hello, my name's Judy Sens and I like to paint. This is one of the paintings I've painted. Today I'm going to show you how I do my paintings, and if you like to paint you might be a little bit inspired. I'm actually located in Australia, in central Victoria, and I have a massive garden and I just love plants and flowers. So most of my pictures are of plants and flowers, but you can paint anything you like. And as I say, I hope this little tutorial inspires you. My subject today is cannas. Cannas are a lovely flower that flower through the summer, but here in central Victoria in the winter they get frostbitten and go to brown paper. So I thought that I would paint these cannas so that I could have them all year round inside. As you can see, they are a very brightly coloured flower, and that's what I like. First of all, I have a good idea of what I want to paint in my head. Then I put the design onto the black canvas in tape. Then I painted the tape with the black primer. So now you're painting black on black, and it's quite hard to distinguish where the tape is, but if you're sitting in good light, you get the hang of it pretty quickly and you put your colours in. Colour-wise, you can paint as subtly or as rambunctiously as you like. Obviously, I'm on the rambunctious side, and once you've finished painting, the peeling begins. I use good quality acrylic paint both for the primer and for all of the colours, because they are less fumey and because they dry quite quickly, because you are under time constraints with masking tape, not wanting it to get stuck if you leave it too long. Some people don't like the peeling process. They think it's boring and laborious, but I've always liked peeling things, and I think it's relaxing and soothing, and it just is fun to do. When I paint, I do usually have a limited palette, so that if I do need to touch up any of the colours after I've taken off the tape, it's quite easy to do. And in the end, you can always touch up the black areas as well. That step of putting the black paint all over the tape that I said earlier is a very important step, because it stops the other paint bleeding under the tape. Once that tape is sealed, I usually paint areas where I want lighter colours white again, so that they are nice and bright. As you can see, when I have filled in the spaces between the lines, I've not mixed them perfectly and made block colours. I've actually mixed a few colours very loosely and put them on, so you get that nice streaky effect in the paint. And often I put a lot of light against dark, so that it does look a little bit like light coming through the back of a stained glass window. I really can't emphasise enough how much fun it is peeling off that tape. It's really nice seeing the transformation from all those soft edges to nice sharp ones. Not everyone likes that, but at the moment I'm really liking it in my painting practice. The tape I use is actually a 5mm masking tape. I think of the masking tape as lead in a lead light window when I'm putting it onto a painting. If you've ever tried your hand at that craft, it is quite difficult, and the lead only does certain things and bends certain ways, and the masking tape's a little bit like that. Often I find if you keep your design simple, they look more effective, especially using this method. I did a few times try to actually put a loose sketch onto the blackboard, but I have found it now much better to actually apply the tape and don't put any sketch on the board, and that can be quite a challenge in itself. I found it's much easier to apply the tape and not have any lines underneath it, so that once you pull the tape off, there's no worries about trying to get rid of lines that you may have drawn on earlier. So putting the tape on freelance can be quite challenging in itself, but it's all part of the experience, and I've found that the more often you do it, the better you get at it. It really does get your observation skills fine-tuned. Don't forget, when you're painting, to make sure you overlap the masking tape ever so slightly, so that when you pull the tape off, you've got nice clean lines. I suppose it's a bit like colouring in. If you go over the tape too much with your paint and onto the other side of it, you'll have even more touching up to do when the tape comes off. Once you finally pull that last piece of tape off, you can stand back from your picture and think, now where do I need to fine tune it? I find this method of painting quite relaxing and very challenging, and always really rewarding in the end. I hope you enjoyed that little video on my painting practice. I really do love painting and colours and mixing the paint and seeing it all go in together and peeling tape. I really hope that you enjoyed it anyway. This is the painting I showed you earlier. It's actually on a cup. I have got quite a few of my paintings on cups on Redbubble. If you follow the prompt below there, you will see how you can purchase your own cup. And there are many other products that Redbubble have too that have my paintings on them. Thanks for joining me, and keep painting no matter what anyone says, because I think everyone is an artist deep down. Bye for now.